My dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik Sir. In the previous segment of 10th series, we have very vividly discussed in connection with the use of present progressive, in other words, present continuous or present imperfect. We have also discussed about the scope or area of present progressive, the structure of present progressive, the adverbs and adverbials which are used to determine and ornament the sentences of present progressive. Side by side, we have also discussed in connection with the use of present progressive. As it is a lengthy chapter, I have divided it into two sections. We have discussed section 1, and in today's segment I am going to discuss about the section 2 of present progressive. If we compare in between present simple and present progressive, no doubt the scope or area of present simple is larger than that of present progressive. Present progressive also plays very significant role in our spoken and written English. Therefore, students are advised to be careful and remember the rules and regulations side by side, the adverbs and adverbials which are very essential for determining and decorating tense of verb of present progressive. Before starting, I remind you to subscribe this channel because this channel is filled with valuable factors which is never ending, which is meant for all the generations. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe it, share among the English lovers. If you enjoy my channel, like it. This series is meant for all, means for the beginners, for the secondary students, for the higher secondary students, for the students those who are in advanced level of learning, and side by side the learners going to appear any type of competitive examinations, as well as the professional persons working different professions. The second part of use of present progressive, stative or non-progressive or non-conclusive verbs. Remember, this is a very interesting part of present progressive. Stative verbs in the sense the verbs which state or indicate any condition, which are not usually used in a progressive verb. They are called non-conclusive verbs or non-progressive verbs. Stative verbs describe a state or condition that is stable, means constant, that is stable or not likely to change, as know, believe, cost, see, understand, love, etc. Therefore, they are generally not used in a continuous or ing verb form. It means the stative verbs are not used in a progressive or continuous aspects of any tense. Stative verbs usually refer to emotion and feelings, thoughts and opinions, senses and perceptions, possession and existence that the subject experience. Whenever we want to use these verbs in expressing progressive meaning, definitely we take the help of indefinite or simple aspect. Come to the point 1, sensual actions. Using sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, skin and tongue. These are 5 sense organs, as we know. Whenever we want to use these stative verbs, usually ing verb is not used. Okay, see, hear, smell, feel, taste. These five stative verbs expressing sensual actions are not usually used in progressive aspects. How? This cake smells delicious. Here, smell is a sensual action. Therefore, we cannot say this cake is smelling delicious. Here we have used simple present or present indefinite to express the progressive meaning. Similarly, honey tastes sweet. We cannot say honey is tasting sweet. Another example, I feel sick today. Feel is also a sensual action. Therefore, we cannot say I am feeling sick today. Point 2. Mental actions. Remember, the actions which are related to our mind are called mental actions, and these actions express emotions or feelings or thoughts or opinions. Understand, hope, remember, forget, believe, know, think, mind, doubt, imagine, recall, wish, want, need, desire, mean, like, dislike, love, adore, appreciate, hate, please, realize, prefer, refuse, dream, and so on. These are the verbs expressing our mental actions. Therefore, these verbs are stative verbs and they are not usually expressed in a progressive aspect. How? Let's see. She dislikes working on the weekend. Here, dislikes is a mental action. We cannot write him. She is disliking working on the weekend. Next comes, my mother prefers coffee to tea. Prefers expresses mental action. We cannot say my mother is preferring coffee to tea. Do you need my help? We cannot say or write, are you needing my help? Similarly, do you remember your school going days? We cannot say, are you remembering your school going days? Remember is based on our mental action. I understand your problem. We cannot say, I am understanding your problem. He doesn't believe in ghosts. As it is a mental action, we cannot say, he is not believing in ghosts. Next, my village reminds me of my childhood. Here, reminds expresses mental action, and therefore we cannot say my village is reminding me of my childhood. We should use these mental actions in indefinite or simple aspect, not in progressive aspect. Point 3. Thoughts and opinions. Whenever we express our thoughts and opinions, in this case also we use stative verbs and they are not used in progressive aspects. Okay, how? Agree, disagree, believe, doubt, suspect, guess, think, imagine, know, mean, realize, remember, forget, recognize are based on our thoughts and opinions. In example, remember, they agree with us. We cannot say they are agreeing with us. Similarly, I don't think they will win the match. We cannot say I am not thinking they will win the match. She knows the secret. We cannot say she is knowing the secret. Whenever we want to use these stative verbs based on thoughts and opinions, we have to take the help of indefinite or simple, not the progressive aspect. Point 4. Possession and measurement. Remember, in this connection we find belong to, have, own, possesses, contain, consist, cost, include, measure, weigh. These stative verbs belong to possession and a measurement. They are also stative verbs and they are not used to any progressive aspect. Yes, see now in examples, water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. So we cannot say water is consisting of hydrogen and oxygen. It will be wrong. What does this jacket cost? Cost is also a stative verb. Next, who owns this house? Here, owns expresses possession. Therefore, who owns this house is correct. We cannot say who is owning this house. This bottle contains milk. Here we find contains is a stative verb and therefore we cannot say this bottle is containing milk. It will be wrong. Remember here, whenever we use the verbs expressing possession and measurement, usually they are used in simple or indefinite aspect. Now come to point 5, perception. Perception means recognizing something through senses. It means with the help of our 5 sense organs, whenever we recognize something through senses like sight, sound, touch, etc., and giving personal views of the world around us. In that case, that is what we call perception. In this case, we use the verbs like seem, appear, resemble, look, watch, notice, observe, sound, touch, sense, etc. Remember, this is also another very interesting and important aspect of present progressive. If we don't know, definitely we will commit a lot of mistakes at the time of speaking and writing. Now come to the examples. The sky appears blue. Here appears is a stative verb of perception. We cannot say the sky is appearing blue. Okay. Similarly, Sarita resembles her mother. We cannot say Sarita is resembling her mother. This sounds like a good idea. Here sounds is a stative verb expressing perception. We cannot say this is sounding like a good idea. Use of stative verbs as dynamic verbs. Here we find stative verbs are generally contrasted with the action or dynamic verbs as we have already discussed. However, there are some exceptions. It means some stative verbs are used in indefinite as well as in progressive aspect. That is depending upon the meaning of the sentence. How? Let's see. Here we find some examples. The soup tastes delicious. Here tastes indicate stative action. That's why we cannot say the soup is tasting delicious. It has been used in simple present. But the chef is tasting the soup. This is dynamic action. It has been used in present progressive and the action is continuing at the time of speaking. The other idea, she has lunch. Here has is a stative verb. It means she takes lunch at 1:30 p.m. But here she is having her lunch with her friends. It is now dynamic verb because she is eating or taking her lunch with her friends at present. Another, they look tired. Here look is a stative verb. It has been used in simple present, but here they are looking at the smart board. This is dynamic. Here in the sense they are looking at the smart board at the time of speaking. I feel extreme cold. Here feel expresses stative action. Therefore simple present has been used. I am not feeling good at present. Here I am not feeling expresses dynamic action. Here, the speaker is not feeling good at the time of speaking. The other idea, gold costs a great deal of money. This is stative action. It is because costs has been used in simple present. It is based on general truth. But here, gold is costing more and more these days. This is dynamic action expressing changing of price. These days means nowadays. I think Rahul will secure the highest mark. This is stative action. Here, think indicates, in my opinion, the think is a stative verb, and therefore it has been used in simple present. But here, I am thinking something dynamic. It means the speaker is thinking at the time of speaking. Okay, with this I conclude this segment. My dear friends, hope you must have enjoyed this very class. This is really very interesting and important, not only for the academic classes but also for higher classes, competitive examinations, as well as professional activities. Okay, therefore go through this video from the beginning to the end, enjoy the video, take down the important ideas and apply it in your day-to-day life. The more you continue practice, the more you can enjoy and express it well at the time of your speaking and writing. Wish you all the best. Thank you for being with me. See you in the another segment. Till then, goodbye.